have to wait for the feedback of this to come through, so I know that the sound's working. But welcome everybody whilst we're waiting for this little bit of feedback loop. It's usually 20 seconds, so we'll see. The lighting good. And is this showing up backwards? Is this showing up backwards? No, it's not. Okay. No, it's not. It's not showing up backwards, but welcome everybody. So, Uranus is stationing direct today. It's stationing direct, so I'm seeing changes, sudden changes potentially happening within the first house. So people will notice these changes, and yeah. But let's get into it. Welcome. I do have a mic. It does sound okay. I can't touch it because it will ruffle. But yeah, we're not writing too much on the board, but there's just going to be a little bit. But welcome everybody. Hi, thank you for being here. Please give a like on the video to help boost it out for people who ever watch it now or later. But let's get into it anyway. My name is Kalita Salia. If you're new, I'm a mother, I'm a real angel, and I do dabble in crypto. So I combine astrology of the sky with the crypto markets because X marks the spot to see what it could potentially be doing. And as I said, it's astrology of the sky. So where Uranus will be stationing direct may be different to what mainstream astrology is saying. They'll say stationing direct more than likely, more than certain in Taurus. But Uranus isn't in Taurus just yet. It's actually in Aries still, at the end of Aries, according to the sky that is above our head that we see every single day. So, as I said, I follow the sky, but don't believe me. Google it. You can Google it. You can check the sky live. That's like the best Google one. It's an online planetarium, and you can see for yourself where the luminaries are. You can grab an astronomy app and check for yourself, or just look in the sky. But you can't see Uranus though without a telescope. Or you can grab a calendar. So feel free to grab one of the calendars. This starts in April, so we're not there yet, but we're still on this calendar. So we are in, what's the month? January. I also offer personal birth chart readings, by the way, if anyone's interested in that. All the details are below. And to me, it makes logical sense to just look at the sky because that's where astrology is happening. But anyway, January 27th of January, Uranus stations direct. Where does it station direct? In Aries. So it's still in Aries right now, as I said. But what is Uranus? Wait, I drew the symbol wrong. Oh gosh, I was just writing Uranus. So Uranus is like this. A bit like that. There's probably a little bit more, but that's the basic detail of Uranus. And it's stationed direct in where? Aries. So Uranus represents is known as father of electricity. Father of electricity, and it's linked to plutonium in the periodic table. So plutonium, there's Pluto qualities within the Iranian energies. It basically, you operating through or being in this Aries energy basically will activate that electric change. And the way I am speaking, I need to bring you awareness that I see all the luminaries as technology. I see it as highly advanced technology that impacts the chemical reactions in our bodies, which causes us to act and do certain things. Okay? So I see us as light fractalized and densified into matter. Yeah, so let me just put that out there because I'm coming from the perspective of technology. So Uranus, as I says, it represents father of electricity. It can have, it's probably not the easiest luminary to work with, and I'll be honest, it's not the easiest luminary to work with because it needs to tear down the old in order for the new to be welcomed in. But this tearing down of the old may not be the simplest energy to deal with in that moment in time. So can I just push this over a little? There we go. Can see it a bit better now. It may not be the easiest luminary to work with. However, it brings in the new. And where is it going to bring in the new? In Aries. So operating in this Aries energy, as I said, can literally bring about, will activate the electricity within our bodies that will attract this sudden change to happen, because Uranus can come with sudden changes. Now, Aries represents the first house. So the first house would literally, it's literally how people see you. So it's I feel like there's so much space at the top of my head, but we do what we can do. I've put it on like a blanket so it's a bit higher. But anyway, Aries is the front house, the first house. So it's all about how you are seen. So it's your physical appearance, it's what people know that you are, who you are, what you are doing. So this could have an impact in your work, your career path, your what's it called? Any projects that you're doing, your creative endeavors and things like that, because it was retrograding, but now obviously it's gone direct. So we're moving forward in momentum. This whole time, pretty much from like the end of summer up until now, we were in the retrograde energy. So we were crossing the I's and dotting the T's, basically. We were doing all the things necessary, putting things in place in order to create this electric change that will change us front house, that will allow people to notice like, oh, whoa. So we were putting in all that effort and all that energy in doing that since that period. But now, this is the last luminary to station direct. So all the luminaries are moving forward, which means we are entering into new territory, new grounds, and experiencing new things. So this direct motion of Uranus, it's getting ready to bring that sudden change into how you appear, first house. Now, why is this important? Because in May, in the new calendar, so do grab it, but in May, not June, May, um as you can see, Uranus, you see that, enters Taurus. Where's my finger? It's going the other way. Where am I? Yeah, Uranus enters Taurus. So why is this important, this Aries energy? Because since it's obviously been in Aries, we were working on our appearance, what we're going to do, what we're going to be, and things of that nature. Now we're on the last leg of that, and we will obviously get into Uranus entering Taurus closer to the time. But ultimately, from how we've appeared first house, from when it enters Taurus, that's when it will be noticeably attracted to your energy field, your toroidal field, and it will be even more plain that that is your new frequency. Okay, so this electric change is basically happening. Is basically happening from now. Where are we? January till May. January till May, this electric change will activate within the first house. So literally from now till May. What date was it? I didn't even see the date. I just looked at it. I didn't see the date. The 23rd. So closer to like the middle to the end of May. From now till then, our first house appearance. So that is literally how we look, how our body is, what people know that we are doing, what people know us of, and who we are and what we're about. Can literally, there may be sudden changes happening within that. So I did do a video that will be out on the 1st of February on how the luminaries will be supporting you for February. So do check that out, because that's like a big component of this electric change, because we're literally entering into setting new solid foundations. The whole collective society is, as well as us personally. So basically, excuse me, confirmation cough, from now till May, we're in this energy of thank you for being here. We're in this energy though of having that electric change on our first house. So if you have been crossing the I's, dotting the T's, working on certain things for time, could have been for time last year, even if it was a few months or even longer, 10 months, a whole year, working on it and noticing that, oh gosh, things really haven't happened, like nothing is really happening. This is the last stretch of this Aries energy for this transformation to come about. Okay, it's the last stretch from now till May, and confirmation, but you're going to be noticed in this area. You're gonna be noticed in this area. So yeah. So what I will say is, if anything comes up where you find it's a little bit challenging at times, know that you can get through it. 100% know that you can get through it, because ultimately that challenging energy that may come in is tearing down what shouldn't be there. Okay, so when it comes to your external appearance, even your body, your health, how you look, if you're getting to a point of feeling really shitty and you're just like, shit, I need to change some things, this is because this electric change is coming out on how your first house is appearing. Your first house is your vessel. It's literally our body that we reside in. So overcome any challenges that may come up, because as I said, this is the last stretch, and because this is first house, is also what people will see you as in terms of what you have been doing. Again, if there's any challenges of this destructive energy because it's tearing down what shouldn't be there, know that the new will come in. It will come in and it will be shown first house. So if this is jobs, career, your own projects, your own creations and things of that nature, basically keep going. All it's going to do, this electric Uranus energy, is going to get rid of what shouldn't be there when it comes to your career, job, projects, creations. It's going to get rid of it in order to bring in that new, and it's going to appear first house, so people will know. And this is why I say, if you have been working on things, or even if you've only had an idea and you're just like, you've been sparked and encouraged to want to act upon it, then trust yourself. Honestly, trust yourself so much, and don't give up on what you've been doing and working on, because the change will come. The Uranus energy will act upon it. However, because it's in Aries, you need to be operating within this energy, and I say need to be lightly. I don't like to force this upon anyone. It's the sky. This is just where the energies are residing. So ultimately, I like to say, pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. But if you have been felt called to, like, put yourself out there and show, let's say show people, but putting yourself out there so people see, like, yeah, okay, that's what you're about. Oh my days, you're talking about these interesting topics. Oh, you're really into that. You make it known, whether that's online or in your personal life, or you share it with work colleagues. You know, it doesn't have to be like online and a social person, but ultimately you need to be operating, or ideally naturally you're operating in the energy of showing what you are about first house. And as I said, if you have been feeling like, oh, nothing's really happening, or you're just kind of getting crumbs, that's okay, because it's basically only been the training ground. All of these months and what we've been going through has basically just been the training ground of what we need to do. I also want to bring awareness to the fact that, oh gosh, the mic. Sorry, did that sound awful? Let me just pick this up. This little spongy thingy. I want to bring awareness to the fact that February is the Chinese zodiac New Year. So we're leaving the year of the rabbit and we're entering into the year of the dragon. And look, he's chilling. He's chilling. But we're entering into the year of the dragon. So the dragon energy is Phoenix rising. And no cap, I've been feeling called and connected to my dragon quite a bit. Has anyone else? Just dragon energy. I feel my dragon exists. You know, Game of Thrones vibes. But we're entering into this dragon energy, which essentially is the Phoenix rising. If you have been watching my Crypto Angles podcast, we have had a shit ton of Gematria connections linking to the Phoenix rising going into 2024, linking to even fire rituals and things like that. But it's this growth energy. If you are also aware and possibly heard of the Kala Yuga cycle ending, and we're entering back into the golden age, obviously going from being in the Aquarius age anyway, This is all about the phoenix rising. So this is where Uranus comes in, because Uranus wants to, excuse me, bring this electric change, bring this sudden change in our lives, in the collective lives that will appear first house. So even though I'm definitely talking more like towards you, but in life as well, we're going to notice changes in the hologram. In the hologram on the world stage, we are going to be noticing changes from now. When does it retrograde? So in the new calendar. In the new calendar, which wasn't in the other one, we do have all of the retrograde dates in one place, so it's just easier to follow. But Uranus retrogrades the 1st of September. So can you see? So the 1st of September, Uranus begins to retrograde again. So this is telling me from now up until the 1st of September, we may get a lot of sudden changes happening within the collective on the world stage. 2024 is already going to be wild, so a lot of shit may be happening, but I'm seeing that we're going to get a lot of sudden changes in our reality. And as that is happening, you know, our whole hologram is fractals after fractals, mirrors after mirrors, patterns after patterns, reflections after reflections. So as it's happening on the world stage, we will then have it in our own life as well, of course, depending on your own journey. So we're going to be noticing some interesting changes happening on the world stage and in your own life. And as I said, 2024 may be a little bit chaotic. If you go back and watch my video about the 2024 year with the 8 numerology, we're entering into a new toroidal field, literally the whole collective. So we will be attracting new experiences to us. So what does that mean? The old needs to go away. All this fraud, like literally fraud, all these taxes and bills and blah, 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 is fraud. They are committing fraud. And I tell ya, challenge them on confirming that paying these taxes aren't going towards war. They cannot confirm that. Why? Because it is going towards war, which means you can legally get out of paying that. So that's just one aspect. But all of these information like this may be popping out a lot. Information like this popping out a lot will cause more people to act, take a stand, refuse to do and participate in fraud and treason, basically. Which will bring about changes. Like the government's doing the most. Didn't they raise the work limit or something like that? Retirement age, like, oh yeah, need to do more work. Like, what nonsense is that? And I feel the people, we the people, we're not really standing for that. So I feel a lot of chaos may appear in 2024, and it's going to be very noticeable. First house on the world stage, because that is Aries. You're seeing it all, basically. But this tearing down will bring in what is new. So the initial energies of Uranus isn't the easiest, bit chaotic, but it welcomes in the new to bring in the new structure. And again, if you watch my February video on how the luminaries are supporting you, which will be out on the 1st of Feb, then you'll see how the foundation and new solid foundations are being set, along with Pluto being in Capricorn as well. So a lot of transformation in the foundation of our society, which will be long-term goal focused, is happening. And Uranus is going to do its part. It's going to show up first house. So it's about, as I said before, being in this energy. It's showing that, not like, oh, don't feel like, oh, I have to go and do such and such. But if you naturally felt called to put yourself out there, no matter where it is, it doesn't have to be online, but literally just starting something or continuing even harder with what you have already started, then continue to trust yourself. Because being in this energy of showing yourself front house will bring about the change necessary. And as I says, we are at the end of Aries. Uranus is at the end of Aries right now, and it will enter Taurus in May. So this is the final part of showing who you are, first house, to have that change and people knowing that that is what you are about. Before our toroidal Taurus, our toroidal field transforms. Okay, and then we will continually be putting that in. So however you're showing up first house, cultivate that. Get rid of what you feel shouldn't be there. Cultivate and nurture what you feel you should. But along with Uranus stationing direct, excuse me, confirmation cough, all of the luminaries now are stationing direct. So there was a video I done probably about 4 months ago now, maybe 5, on 7 luminaries retrograding and how it's basically supporting your glow up. Your glow up. So retrogrades, as I mentioned before, it offers you the space capacity within your cellular DNA to cross all the I's and dot the T's. And I know I say that wrong all the time, but that's just how my brain remembers it. It allowed the capacity to do that. So this is why, like, from summer up until pretty much now, you may have been thinking, oh shit, damn, things are slow. Things are motherfucking slow, you know, getting little crumbs here and there. But ultimately, that slowness, that slowing down, gave the time, space, and capacity to allow you to put things in place. Like, for me personally, just coming back to personal experience, like, I had planned to do so much and it was cancelled. And on one occasion I was feeling super depressed, super low, and I was meant to go away in nature, just, you know, to get the eclipse energy and just soak it in, have a little trip, little DMT, some shrooms, and just be in nature, you know. And it was cancelled, and like, I just fell into depression. But what came? What came? This whole calendar was created. Like, the whole calendar was created when that slowness and that stillness came about. So this is why 100% trust the process. But as I said, bring it back to your own life. What were you doing in that time? Were you working on certain things? Were you educating yourself on certain things? Were you even thinking, oh, this is the direction I'd like to go in? Because that was the important part. They were the seeds that were planted as this luminary station's direct now, and it's forward momentum from here. So they were the seeds that were planted in order for this forward momentum to continue. Okay, and all of the luminaries are stationed direct, so it's full forward momentum from here. Jupiter, Saturn, what's the other big ones? What else was? Neptune. They were the big ones that were retrograding at the time. So it's like we're getting the expansion. Jupiter, we're getting Neptune. Neptune is a wonderful one because that is the Delulu. That is the Delulu. You see what I'm saying? Why is it the Delulu? Because Neptune, being that water element, it knows the connection to all. Water connects everything, literally. When I cough, there's water particles that connects with the other particles within the hologram. So flipping that to frequency, all the frequencies basically connect, and Neptune is the coding within us, because as I said, I see this all as technology, highly advanced technology. Neptune is the coding within us that recognizes anything is basically possible. You just have to attune yourself to that frequency. That is Neptune. So when it comes to your dreams, your visions, your goals, what you'd like to reach, Neptune knows it's possible. So you just attune yourself to that frequency. And ultimately, what else was there? There was Saturn as well. Jupiter was retrograding, so that is the expansion planet. It's not a planet luminary. It's not the luminary of luck. People associate Jupiter to, oh, it's the planet of luck. It's not. It's really not. All Jupiter does, the technology, the luminaries, the stars, they're not biased in any way. All Jupiter does is expand. That's all it knows how to do. So if you've got a negative habit, it's going to expand that. If you've got a positive one, it's going to expand that as well. That's all Jupiter does. It's not biased. It's going to expand in any way. If you happen to be more on a beneficial side to you, people associate that with luck. But it's not. You just attune yourself to a certain frequency, and Jupiter expanded that. But again, Jupiter was retrograding, and of course it's stationed direct. When did it station direct? Was it December? It was December. Let's take a look. And you know, yeah, station direct here, December. So I do say as well, this calendar is going for cheap. It's like £2.50 plus postage and packaging, but it's amazing to backtest if you want to look at your life, and amazing to learn anyway. But of course there's also this calendar for this year if you want that. But Jupiter, that expansive element of us, was retrograding up until December, and we're only in January now. And because these luminaries are a little bit, they're bigger, so it takes time to build up momentum. So even though Uranus is stationed direct, allow it time to build up that momentum. Like, it's not going to happen from today. It's important to know, confirmation, but that these energies don't just start and stop just like that. It's technology. It weaves in and weaves out. So it needs time to build up the momentum. So that expansive element anyway of Jupiter, you may have felt like, oh shit, damn, I haven't really been expanding. Probably been working on things, having ideas, but you hadn't been expanding. But now it's coming in. Now it is coming in along with the rest of them. And we also had Saturn as well. Saturn was stationed direct and stationed retrograde, and it's stationed direct a little earlier on, probably, was it November or end of October, something like that. But Saturn, Father Time, where you spend most of your time in. So Saturn being that father element, along with Uranus, because that's another father element as well. So this is where it can be a bit challenging. But Saturn wants to see you're putting in the consistency, the structure, the discipline toward your long-term goal. And it's like, once that consistency, structure and discipline has been shown, that release of Saturn opens up, and you're then rewarded. The father rewards you, like, okay, oh yes, you've done it, let me treat you, there you go. So that's essentially how it worked. So ultimately, from since like summer, so to say, we were in this contracted space with all of the luminaries. But as I said, the retrogrades allowed us to cross the I's and dot the T's. It gave us the time, the space, capacity, even if we felt drained at times, but ultimately to put these things in place. So now that all of the luminaries are stationing direct and moving forward in momentum, we're experiencing new things. So we're not going over the past things anymore, like what we'd have to do in the retrogrades. It's like, oh gosh, this is a new experience. Oh wow, like things like that. And obviously it would appear in however it appears in your life. Oh gosh, my throat, I really need to drink something, but my drink's over there. But yeah, there's going to be forward momentum now in your life, in the collective's life. And this is why, if anything randomly or shockingly happens within 2024, because it's going to be an interesting year, ultimately, that's the thing necessary, the Uranus energy that needs to be teared down. That's the thing necessary in order for us to move forward. So keep that in mind, whatever the world stage throws out, whatever illusions throw out there. Ultimately know that it's part of our story, our sky, our stories. It's our story, okay? And that was just necessary in order for things to be put in place. Because let me show you the synchronization now. A shitload may happen from this point, pretty much up until summer in 2024, and then the luminaries, the bigger ones, will begin to retrograde again. So then we'll be in the energy of kind of like, oh gosh, the things that have happened, what do we need to put in place in order to then move forward from that? Okay, so that's a bit of a long-term aspect, and we'll definitely cover that again as 2024 goes on. It's going to be interesting how it goes on, but ultimately we're moving forward now. We're moving forward. All of the things that you have put in place, the seeds that you have sown, showing that first house is going to bring about, wrong way, it's going to bring about the electric change necessary. It's going to bring about that electric change. And as I said, Jupiter will expand that. It will expand how you are first house, because Jupiter is also in Aries. So this is why this is interesting. Let me just write it. So do you know that Jupiter looks like a 4 and a 2? Have you noticed that? Do stick around, because from when this calendar starts, and it starts in April, so we've got 2 months left of this calendar. I'm going to go over the symbology and a deeper aspect into all the luminaries, so you can kind of just refer back to it instead of me repeating myself all the time. But we'll go even deeper. But there's a 2 and a 4 in Jupiter, so these numbers are interesting. To that brings the Jupiterian qualities of expansion, so within time and duality. So yeah, stick around for those videos anyway. They're coming out from April. But as I said, this electric change is ready to happen. First house for you. First house. You will also be expanded, because we're all going direct now. You're also going to be expanded. First house. What may be impacting first house? Can this fit on? I'll do it small. Saturn. Saturn is in Aquarius. Okay. Saturn is in Aquarius. So what may be the thing that is transforming first house, which will be amplified by Jupiter, is what you have been spending a lot of time on. Because Saturn is Father Time. It's, as I mentioned before, it's structure, discipline for your long-term goals, and consistency. You have to keep showing up. What are you showing up for? This Aquarian energy. Aquarius is fueled by who? Uranus. So it's fueled by Uranus anyway. So what you've naturally been spending your time on has the ability to have this electric change and transformation. So it will tear down what's like, okay, it's not good, and it will bring in the new, naturally, by you spending time showing up consistently within this energy. So this could be, Aquarius is very sociable. It's giving in nature. Is based on your unique idea, basically, and being sociable with that, networking and things of that nature. So if you have had your own unique idea, and if you have been spending time in this unique idea, as all the luminaries are stationed direct, you've spent time in how you want to give back, because being known as the water bearer, he's literally pouring water out of him. So that is literally giving. You've got more than enough to give. And I'm not saying like you're just giving money out here and there. It could be your wisdom. It's your wisdom. It's your experience, what you've learned and things of that nature. And you've transformed it in a way where you can then give back to others to help them. But you being in this energy and potentially spending a lot of time in it, do let me know. Have you been spending time on certain things, or a certain idea? If you've been flickered with an idea or working on something, being in that energy ultimately will have this electric change, and it's going to show up first house, Aries, and you're going to be amplified with Jupiter on whatever this idea is. Okay, and what could this idea be linked to? We'll draw another one. Neptune. So these are all the bigger luminaries, more of the slower luminaries. Forgive me, I'm a little bit congested. I'm full of mucus, and I swear, it's my daughter's birthday on the 2nd of Feb. So we're having our celebrations then, and then it's detox time. I'm having a water fast, and I'm just flushing it out. But H3O2 water, not H2O. But anyway, Neptune is chilling in Pisces. So let's synchronize all of these together. Do let me know if you like the synchronizations of it. And of course, do like the video, share if it helps. But this unique idea that you may have been spending a lot of time on could have links to... Can you see that because of the light? Can't really see it, can you? Forgive me, it's Pisces anyway, I've told you. So This unique idea could have links to this Pisces energy. So what is the Pisces energy? This is very is wise, wisdom. Pisces is the last zodiac sign of the zodiac wheel, so it has all the elements of all of the zodiacs within it. Meaning, it's done, did, experience everything. It knows it all. Being a water sign, it's got that reflection, it's got that water memory within it. And Pisces is often misunderstood because of this wisdom. That's why this wisdom, it has been collectively put into like religion, spirituality, and things of that nature. Though both of them have been manipulated and quite, you know, not the best. Trust yourself, not anyone else telling you what to do. But there's wisdom. So whether this is your own wisdom, again, of what you've learned, and it's from what you've learned, you've then spent a lot of time with your unique idea from your own wisdom. Pisces likes to share its wisdom in creative ways because it's so wise. It doesn't really like to say, look, this is it. It wants to show it in a creative way. So if you've been spending time to share it in a creative way, whether this is through a project, through a product, through anything of that nature, how you even just show up to your workplace, it could be that too. And you showing that first house, being in that first house energy, showing people, whether that's online or just who knows you, they know, okay, this is what you're about. You're showing this wisdom, because remember, Neptune knows all you need to do is attune to the right frequency. That's why it's delusional and people don't often understand it, because that's what Neptune knows. You need to attune to the right frequency to tap into your Pisces wisdom, to bring that out as your creative idea on how you'd like to pour that out and give back to people. And sorry, show that first house where you will be expanded as this electric Uranus change happens. But yeah, that's basically what I'm seeing, and it's starting from now, people. All of the luminaries are moving forward, so get ready to experience new experiences. Get ready to show up as yourself, your authentic self, wherever that may be, first house. And trust yourself, like 100%. Trust yourself, because it's going to create this electric change which will bring you closer to the path you're ready to be on. And especially for people who's got to the end of this video and who has felt like it's been super slow, it's been super unfair, why are things happening elsewhere and just not to me, like what's going on? It's coming now. 2024, as it is the year of the dragon, the phoenix is rising, and those who have tapped into their frequency of what they need to be ultimately, and you being in this energy naturally, whatever you're working on is going to bring the change you see and envision in your head with this delusion. The delusion is necessary. Don't dream small. Don't dream small at all. Whatever you can envision, it is possible, because Neptune knows, just attune yourself to that frequency. That's all you need to do, because we're all connected. Everything is connected. But yeah, trust yourself. That's like the best message I can say, is trust yourself. I do hope that this helped. There's going to be interesting changes happening on the world stage, as I said. There really is going to be. So pay attention to how that happens. Obviously, focus on yourself and have awareness of the world stage. Like, that's the most important thing. But as I've said about all of this, it does apply to the world stage as well. It does apply to the world stage. And as I said, it's like this Neptunian energy of this Pisces wisdom. We don't want to, this is why we're over the old ways of how society is, because we've already, Pisces, it has the wisdom, it's already been done that, you know what I'm saying? It's over it, doesn't want to do it, does not want to do it. We want unique ideas in the collective, unique ideas. So this is where We're going from a fractal up to a fractal down of the collective to us. You being in your own unique idea will help and be beneficial when you pop out like an amazing flower that you are. When you pop out and you're ready to put that first house in the collective, because it's going to be necessary when the collective is just being teared down of all of these old systems that aren't helping. Like even celebrities, like they're irrelevant. They're literally irrelevant. Half of them aren't even dead. They've just changed their character and they're someone else. And it's kind of sad because many people mourn over them. And this is another energy harvesting tactic. Many people mourn. Aaliyah, for example, she ain't dead. She's just someone else. She's changed her character. She made it full well clear by giving signals, and it all connects through gematria. But people will become aware of this. More knowledge will come out, more knowledge, and people are going to be over the bullshit. So that, as well as I mentioned, tax fraud and things of that nature, you know, trust funds. Why aren't we told about having trust, the basic people? But the wealthy are told, oh, have a trust, but it's not. However, that information is coming out. So create yourself a trust, you know? Learn how to play this game, because we are here where it's meant to be a whole game. It is literally meant to be a game, and we're meant to benefit from this, but we've not been told, and our energy has just been harvested. But anyway, whatever your unique idea is going to be super beneficial, because the collective are going to get fed up of the nonsense that has been happening for decades and centuries. But it's tearing down, and it's going to be noticeable. First house, and as I said, when when Uranus enters Taurus, May 23rd, it's going to be apparent within our toroidal field of the whole collective consciousness, as well as our personal life as well. So I love the picture for May. Beautiful. My favorite is May and July. Let me show you July. August is lovely too. But July, oh, look at it. It's beautiful. I'm convinced that my love is born in July. But anyway, let's not go down that route. Do check out, I'm going to go live on the 10th of February. I'm going to go live on the 10th of February. Why? Because with Venus and Mars, it really seems like love is going to be in the air. And I'm not even talking about Valentine's, but Venus and Mars is interesting. Like, we were told a lot, like it was conjunct last year. I don't even understand the term conjunct, but in terms of the sky, ultimately it means Venus is going to catch up with her lover and she's going to sit on top and then pass him. But I'm going to talk more about that on the 10th of January, so do pay attention. Stick around for that if you'd like that. And I have done a video, as I've already said, on how the luminaries will support you for February 2024. So check that out as well. Do grab a calendar, of course, and check me out on TikTok, I guess. I'm going to go live on there in a bit now. But do let me know if this resonated or helped in any way. If you liked this as well, I do need to start coming live more often, but right now I can only come up like every 2 cycles. I don't like using the word WEEK, so every 2 cycles basically when the children aren't with me. So yeah, but I'm going to try come on live a bit more. But yeah, do grab a reading with me if you'd like, and I'll see you in the next video. Do give a thumbs up if you liked it. But anyway, with that being said, Angel out. Bye.